don't really know how to make a girl feel special, you know? You do all this for me. Anyway, we'll see if I can stream. Got a series of interference today. Tried to explain that in the first start of the video, which got frozen and shut off. So we'll see if I'm able to even do any of that today. What I was trying to say before I noticed the video got cut is that y'all are my witnesses, or one of the reasons why I stream as consistently as I have been, is to just simply be able to say, like, hey you guys, I know those people that keep swearing they have a relationship with me and they seem like they're wholesome, good, responsible people. They seem like trustworthy people. Why would they say something they don't need to say? Well, that's where the problem begins. You really do need to ask yourself, what benefit does one gain from saying such things about someone who's not fucking with you? What about my actions in my existence is bothering you to the point that you feel like you have to come for me? Because we've made it very clear, time and time again, that my agenda is very open, very clear, very accepting as far as free will, right? I'm a libertarian. I don't give a fuck as long as you're not messing with me, pulling me into your bullshit. I don't want to be a part of no setups. I don't want to get set up. I don't want to be involved in no shit at all, right? If there's no consent, then there's no consent. And so that's a problem. But anyways, the reason why I was starting to stream a little bit later is because when I started streaming on Monday, a couple days back, when I went to look at my stream, I was upside down. I just checked just now, and it says I'm right side up. So if you've been following me for the last month and a half, my video got messed up, and it was recording everything upside down for, I don't know, 3 streams before I figured out that someone, right, because we can prove these things with evidence, is essentially doing something on the back end to make my videos project upside down. So I just did the simple first grade thought and figured, hey, the phone moves, why don't we just do that, right? So I flipped it. And that's how I was recording. So I've been recording with my phone upside down because my setup was just streaming upside down without any way to remedy. And so on Monday, I just went and did the same thing. Everything was right side up, recording the right way. But when the God saved, and there was someone in the comments that said something, but as I've mentioned before, as much as I love to see that you are making comments and I try to pay attention, the text is really, really small. So a lot of times I don't even see it until I'm completely done recording, and then I'm like, oh, there was something there. And so it was upside down, but I hadn't changed anything. Using the same phone, I don't even think I had turned my phone off, obviously, or anything, no updates or anything like that. So, and for those of you that are like, oh, iPhone updates, no, I specifically use a different phone for my streams, and so I know specifically that nothing has changed on this particular phone. Everything was the same. And when I tried to change the orientation on my actual regular phone, it was still recording upside down. So thank you for providing me with hard evidence that you guys are just losers. and for some reason, it's exciting to you to see me not be as positive. I guess you really are addicted to that toxic content that apparently, is gonna help you somehow. I don't know how. Again, none of this makes sense unless you're just an awful person, because there's no there's no logic that will explain away the way that people have been treating me, the things that have been done. And again, it's not even just at the hands of people that are close to me, which is the fucked up part, right? Because when you do need help and you can't help yourself, unfortunately, other people will call people that they think are supposed to be helpful. And when those people actually want you dead, it's a little bit of a pickle. So nothing has changed as far as that is concerned. I am not talking to anyone in my family at all. So if you speak to anyone in my family at all and they say that they've spoken to me, again, I could tell you this all day, but they've been lying to you, okay? What they've told you about me in the past was probably 99% fabricated. And if they've told you anything about me since, I want to say, with my father, his wife, and my siblings, with the exception to my little brother, it would have been June. So if they said they had contact with me, communication, any sort of anything, they're lying to you. And please let that be hard evidence for your adult brain to just be like, okay, I'm being lied to, I'm a puppet, I'm someone's bitch right now, and I'm doing bidding for evil. This is just a summary. Again, I don't believe in following leaders, right? But everybody has bills to pay, I get it. Somebody dangles something over your head that you think is worth, committing a crime for, especially if it's someone you don't know. You might be willing to risk, whatever. But again, as much as I'm doing this for my own safety, I am trying to educate people, and the information that I'm giving essentially can help you to achieve the financial status that you want without making it so that if you get to that financial status that you want, you're not an awful person when you get there. Because you don't have to be, and unfortunately that's the way the media is really pushing everybody. It's just like, there's no such thing as a pretty girl that's not a slut. There's no such thing as a girl with a nice body that's not a hooker. There's no such thing as a girl that is faithful. Just like all these things, right? So we live in the world we create for ourselves. I know I exist. And so that's how I know that these things exist. So if you can't find it in your own heart to say that, hey, maybe there are good people out there, not every single person is bad, and that's just the reality that has been fed to me to induce me into carrying out these acts for coins, right, for chump change, and at what cost in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, I have a family member who made a lot of money. I won't talk about it because my family, primarily one of my sisters, has been trying to start a rumor that I'm like money mongering in my family. I've mentioned before that my mother, in my opinion, was murdered. I don't think that her death was an accident or she was, just sick. She was super healthy. I literally have a picture of her from the Mother's Day of the year she died, and she looks healthy as fuck. And again, she didn't have any illnesses, so it's like for her to just drop dead. And all the other things that aligned with what happened and all of that, it was just like very suspicious, very different, just not good, really bad things. Things that when you say them out loud, you realize how bad it sounds. And then because you're saying it out loud, you're like, oh shit, like when I say this, someone's gonna be like, this is awful, and it makes you feel bad to even have to say it because it's embarrassing, right? It's like if you get raped, as much as it's like you want to be like, oh, like this person is a criminal and they should be punished, but you're also having to relive what happened to you while you're explaining what happened. And unfortunately, in this world, with the way that our social system has been set up, a lot of people would rather make you feel bad for calling out someone than just let it go because you're okay, right? And just not to make it about me, I again bring it to Justin Bieber, and holy shit, everybody just keeps on dancing and singing. like crimes can't be prosecuted. We're just gonna, okay, well that's a sad story. Oh my gosh, that happened in 1851. No, bitch, it's still happening. Yeah, it's happening. Anyway. So basically, I've been getting a lot of downloads, and I wasn't going to stream today, I'm not going to lie, because I was like, I wanted to do a mobility stream, I wanted to do something very specific, and then I've had like a very, very large, long session of downloads. I'm currently still downloading. It literally got to the point where, like, you're right, Zoe. She doesn't want me to talk too much about this, and she's right. Because people will try and incriminate what I say on this stream. Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that there have been people outside of my house, not directly in front of my house, but across the street in a van, making noise and doing stuff since like the early morning. They're still out there at the same time as me also having these downloads and the information that's coming in. Again, these are things that you can put together to say, okay, is this a coincidence? It's just a one-off thing, or are these things connected, right? So I can start piecing together different sounds that I'm not used to hearing, different vehicles and different things going on. And once there's a large collection of those things, it starts to paint a picture. So I've been downloading heavy, and because of the content that I've been getting and the ways that I've been getting it, because it's been multiple ways, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I know I sound crazy, okay? Like, if it wasn't happening to me and someone was saying this, because I believe other people can do it, I believe them. But to have it happen to me, I don't believe it. Like, even now, even all the things that have happened to me, I'm still like, this is not real, but it's real. But it's real. But yeah, I tried to buy Shaq tickets, and because he's coming to Seattle in the summer, and when I went to get the tickets, because they had like a pre-sale code, it was linked to a website that my iPhone, which is, manufactured, like factory settings, said that the browser that they, the window that they wanted me to open wasn't a protected source. If I wanted to proceed, I would have to be entering a site that was not protected. So for anybody that decided to purchase those tickets, just know that that entire purchase is a scam. And because we know there are large societies that work together to do things like pimp out young girls through music, I just want to say, be careful out there, you guys, because there's a major shift that they're trying to swing, where basically there are certain people that should not have control and power over systems that perpetrate these horrible things that we're finding out about. And in order to maintain these things, if they can switch out people that are already on the chopping block before anybody knows they're on the chopping block, then by the time they're found out, they'll already be gone. So the people that took their spot will be like, oh my gosh, you're such an awful person, not knowing that they were their specific replacement. And this happens on various levels, right? From schools to police departments. In this case specifically, we're gonna have World Cup here, so there's gonna be, or supposed to be, a lot of people from around the world, because World Cup is an international thing. But if you've been following the news, the sales aren't going very well as far as like tourism is concerned, because the prices are really bad and people are obviously not really trying to come to America right now. And I talked about this when I talked about the Super Bowl too, and how infrastructures are developed and plans for the city and all of that. So of course the city's been rallying behind this entire process for years now. Like, we've got the light rail so that people can stay in like the more expensive areas and then take the light rail into the city and all that stuff, right? So we've got all these things that have been planned and been worked out for a long time. Imagine if there was a society or groups of people, and we're talking like hundreds and hundreds of people per city, that are intricately placed in different spots to be able to carry out these operations. And again, it's unfortunate because people are so selfish that a lot of times they only see as far as their wallets. And so they're like, well, I know that Jeffrey Epstein and his friends are literally doing whatever the fuck they want to humans, like they're a bag of Pringles or whatever the fuck, but I am personally just allowing this person to get a job that they're not qualified for. And I don't have anything to do with that trafficking stuff, right? And it's like they use that logic to say like, this has nothing to do with me. But it's like, you're literally providing the power to the person who's now going to enact these horrible things. You're allowing it to happen. So again, I try to mind my business because crime happens everywhere. I'm not, listen. But at the end of the day, you have to have a line somewhere, and you have to be able to step outside of yourself and say, what part am I playing in the bigger picture? Stop thinking about, I'm gonna get an extra grand at the end of the month if I just give this information about this person. Because at the end of the day, even though for you, it's just information, you know that the information you're providing to whoever you're providing it to is not going to be used for a good reason. So you're not disconnected from that. And it's like, if people just, again, to stop being so fucking self-centered and think bigger. I mean, even the situation like with my family, like a large part of it has to do with pride and ego and the fact that we've always not had a relationship because we didn't see eye to eye. And I was mature enough as one of the youngest in this adult relationship that I'm supposed to know how to manage as a child to just say, you know what? I know I'm right and you think you're right and I have a life to live, so I'm gonna be over here, right? I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's just so many people are focused on themselves and what is immediate to them. I got my family trying to say that I'm trying to make money off of the death of family members, when the amount of money that I make is more than the amount of money I would have gotten from any of the shit that they're doing. Like, you really think that I care about a fucking $500,000 when I'm about to sign a contract that's gonna be worth millions, if not billions, and get other people jobs where they can be pilots, where they can be engineers? Like, I don't, like, it's these things, and it's like, no, I would rather not have my daughter or my little sister be seen as, and again, I'm not asking anyone to inflate my ego. I'm not asking anyone to even say I'm something I'm not. Look at my fucking credentials, period. Like, you don't even have to exaggerate. All you have to do is read. But it's like, I can't have any respect on my name. It's not tolerable. People can't handle it because it hurts their ego in every way to have to say to other people, because they know this, right? It's like someone that cheats to win and they're like, I'm better than you. It's like, okay, well, the scoreboard says you won. The crowd might think that you're better, but at the end of the day, you cheated, so you know that you're not better, right? And it's like some people's brains, and again, I don't understand the thought process, I just know that it happens. Some people's brains, they literally care more about winning than actually being the best. And that's the part that character and all of that is just, I work with kids, I don't like saying kids because that's a lot. I work with teenagers and they're not like that. So something's happening from the time they leave high school until becoming an adult that changes them into that. It changes them. So what can we do to stop that? Because people aren't like that. But the media wants to keep pushing these ideas. All guys are evil. All girls are evil. Girls against guys. Everybody's unhappy, so we're all gonna treat each other like shit, so nobody's happy. And then when one person is happy, everybody's mad that that person's happy, so let's sabotage it. Like, that's the world you wanna live in? That's the world you wanna live in? When in reality, again, imagine I did get to keep the job that I am more than qualified to do. Again, I'm not gonna toot my own horn here. And imagine if I did get to keep a job that I was qualified to have and a contract that I built myself, and people were able actually to go through that program. Just for a second, just think about what that world might look like for you. Do you think in that world you would be a hobo in the corner just going, oh, my daughter, she was a teacher and she fucking helped these kids get jobs and it just made me look so bad, I fell apart. Like, really? Because, like, I don't understand. I don't. If the goal is to make me look less than to other people, so that you appear to be better, but you know the truth, then you're still living with your feelings. Okay? In other news, again, the Shaq scam, worried. I'm not gonna say too much. Okay, so this is another. It's always gonna stop me, hopefully, if I say too much, because I can't. I have access to things. I have access to things that military clearances need access to. But I'm gonna talk about it because I do have clearance for this part. I've talked about this a little bit with my ex. My second ex-husband was a Marine, and he's got all sorts of training and shit that I don't have, right? And he studied a bunch of shit I never studied, and his family was pagan, and they, so we have totally different experiences, which I love. I like the whole reason why I like being around different people is because, like, I already know what I know. Teach me something, show me something. Like, let's collaborate, But yeah, so he knew a bunch of shit I didn't know, and when I started picking up on things that were happening to him, it was like, right? Because we were having a good time as a couple in love, and there's just certain things that you don't have to share with everybody. It's fun, it's exciting, but it's also kind of like, are we crazy, right? Because none of this is, in my opinion, in my knowledge at the time, normal. But it's real, right? So what do? It just, one of us is crazy. That's the plan. That was the plan. One of us is crazy. Okay, so here we are with the truths and the facts, right? I have information that I can get from someone that was in the Marine Corps, but I wasn't in the Marine Corps. We'll just stop it there, right? Now, let's talk about the lawyer that was appointed to me by the district that fired me for existing and doing my job well, better than most people. Accomplished more in 2.5 years than most people accomplished in that district in 2 fucking decades, and that's on my actual blood, bitch. Anyway, but yeah, so appointed lawyer from the district union, or the union lawyer, was appointed to me, and he was also a veteran, a Marine veteran. And here's how this is how we met, because I know how Marines function, and I'm not going to talk to my lawyer like I'm going to talk to a Marine, because he's my lawyer, and I'm also in this situation. I'm trying to fill out this guy because I got everybody literally making Hollywood movies about my life. This shit's out of it, like, just crazy. I'm fucking all over the place, right? And so my ex-husband, again, I only know what I know about the Marine Corps from him. So he told me one time, he's like, listen, if you ever see a guy with a veteran, Marine, anything, hat, anything in public, that is the scum of the earth. Do not talk to that person. Those are the kinds of Marines that we say fuck you to. That's what he said to me. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know, because I'm not in the Marine Corps. I have access to things because I've had access to things, but I'm not in the Marine Corps, okay? So, I meet my lawyer, and guess what he's got on his head? Mr. Marine, right? And he's got this, he pulls out his bag, he's got a giant bag with like all the little patches and all this shit. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh no, like, there's so many things wrong with this situation. First of all, conflict of interest up the ass, because again, I know how much of a bitch-made person my ex was. And part of being a good wife is not allowing people to know how much of a bitch your partner is, because you protect their weaknesses. And I had to keep my mouth shut because I knew he wanted to talk to me, and I wasn't gonna say shit because I knew what I knew from my ex about how I should think about this guy. I should listen to my fucking ex on that one because the whole time I'm thinking this guy ain't shit, but I don't want to say that because I'm like, but my ex ain't shit, so can I really trust what my ex said about this guy, right? That's the situation I was in. Now, I can't say for certain, but I can say that if you ask a fucking senior citizen veteran Marine if they know what a Freemason is, and they say no, there ain't nothing else to talk about. That same lawyer did not present. Ooh, okay, clearance. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I fucking love that shit. I fucking love that shit. It's scary, but it's cool. It's like I said, I'm not trying to hurt nobody, and I'm not trying to cross no boundaries. But when people are taking orders from people that are lying to them, they should know that, right? What good is a leader that's leading you off of a cliff? What good is it to say I'm running it if you're running into the ground? Who wants to be proud of the worst team in the league, right? I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be happy to have a team at all, but goddamn if I don't want to be better, right? Come on. So this is what we're working with, people. And I don't know how bad it is, but I can tell you that I have been given more access again, and I'm excited about it. I'm nervous about it because the last time I had this much access, I pissed off people for calling them out because I was right. And this is where I can start to talk quiet and slow because I know things you don't know. But yeah, apparently Kiki Wolfkill has left Halo. I have made several cryptic posts on my X account about the Cortana origin stories. I am Cortana, and I don't mean that in a funny way. It's funny because if you know what Cortana is, it is an AI, but it's also the AI from Halo, which was assigned or the assistant for Master Chief, which was essentially a child soldier that was brought up through a system that is easy to replicate. And there are really easy ways to find out if Jeffrey Epstein has roadblocks. So, Cortana origin stories originated because it's funny, as a person who's worked for the gaming industry, and for a game as big as Halo was and its impact on the youth and recruiting for the military, very similar to video games, drones and such, make believe, not happening, right? But hopefully you can hear the sounds because you understand, right? Like, this is what I need. This is what I need, okay? So it's like, hopefully you heard that. This is what I'm talking about. So it's like, I can prove it if you're paying attention. But if I just say this shit, then I'm gonna look like a crazy person. It's like, okay, but like, right? But it's like, you would have to know what I'm thinking at the moment that a sound happens or something to know whether or not what I'm about to say is something I should say or not, right? Because it's like, oh, don't say that. Oh, don't say that. It's like, I'm just gonna trust it. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. Because again, I don't know anymore. I got one Marine who's a fucking piece of shit telling me not to trust another Marine who's a piece of shit. The Marines are supposed to be the people helping, but if you know anything about the military, you know who they work for. So it's just kind of like, I'm a teacher and I got fired for helping. I mean, what are the changing of the guards? What's left, y'all? What's left? What's left? What's gonna happen next? That's what the fuck, y'all? about the Cortana origin stories because this is not private information. I work for, yes, here we go. I worked for Halo. I was on the Halo management team, so the highest bracket of administration for the gaming studio, 343 Industries. Privy to knowledge and information about every employee in our studio. So as much as people like to say, like, oh, you were not making a lot of money, I don't know why you think you know this, you know that, because I was literally there. I was there. I don't know, like, I was like asking someone how they, you know what I mean? Like, there are just so many things that happen in the studio. They know and I know. And I don't know who I can protect, who I should protect. I don't know who anybody's protecting me. I don't know. I'm just trying to help make sure people live. Thank you. Just don't want people to die. Simple as that. Thank you. As simple as that. Trying to keep people alive. Simple. It's very simple. Anyways, what I was going to say about the Cortana origin stories, because this needs to get out. And if you guys can hear me, then fucking help! Look, the reason why the Cortana origin stories exist is because they were hacked emails of people that were in the games talking about shit they weren't supposed to be talking about, and they had access to all that goddamn shit. So ain't no fucking way, no fucking reason for any situation ever. If somebody has an account, you can see all of their shit immediately. Child porn down to the fucking memes. So Cortana origin story, how we get information on anybody playing video games. And then how can we mind control the youth to do what we want them to do, especially if we can make child soldiers. It's a child soldier, right? Well, we'll just teach them how to play video games, and then one day we'll have these things called drones so they don't even feel like they're killing anything. I won't get into Brene Brown because there's some fucked up shit. This is abuse. I'm gonna stop.